Hello, my name is Bronson Mansfield. You may know me as the guy who sent you this video. What you are about to see is a curated sampling of my portfolio. This is not my first rodeo at Ohio University. In the summer of 2024, I had the privilege of participating in a 2-week pre-college program. What I ended up creating in the pre-college program was a nearly 3-minute short called The Cadaver Conundrum working title. When the Cadaver Conundrum working title was ultimately screened at the end of the program, I felt emasculated by the other directors who created such wonderful, amazing works of art, and then here was my thing, which wasn't even in the correct aspect ratio at the time. Shouldn't have said that. But you know, what are you gonna do? I will like to point out, however, some very cool editing tricks that I did that I'm very proud of. For instance...
Alright, this is present day Bronson. The point of this segment is to show off how I taught myself color grading in like a week. As you can see, the aspect ratio is fucked, as I alluded to earlier in the video. But yeah, this segment is showing off that, as you can see, hi Jordan, there's Jordan, that you can see our reflections in the glass on that door, so I very quickly and somewhat sloppily ended up blurring them out, as you will eventually see. I don't know why I let this footage play so long. The guy moving is Julian. I'm on the left. If you can barely see me, but I'm in a really weird position, which I often am when I'm filming. As you can tell by the crop, this is the final edit. The blur was enough to kind of just hide it so that no one would notice. And there's a comparison right there. All right, I'm sorry, because they're in that.
I spent my final 2 years of high school at Miami Valley Career Technology Center, where I studied media and video production. That was the name of the class. I was taught a lot at MVCTC, but I also had to learn a lot of things on my own. We had 6 cameras to work with in that class, all of which were usually preset just right for what we needed. And if not, we would ask one of our classmates to help. One of our classmates. Just one. Just the one. Our video projects were reliant on the greatest special effect of all, imagination. You see, we only ever filmed in class. We were only allowed to film in class. So what we had to work with were cameras, some microphones that were a bit iffy, and a high school. So what I ended up doing was just using a bunch of handheld microphones, like, you know, the kinds you sing into, pointing them at the actors and telling them to project. Unfortunately, we did have some very loud people in that class. This is one project that I did in 11th grade that I'm still fairly proud of, given the circumstances. Please enjoy Box of Glass.
Are you tired, sad, or otherwise melancholy? Well, I don't care. Box of Glass. Box of Glass. I'm Chuck Linguini, founder and spokesman for Box of Glass Trademark TM, and I am here to tell you about Box of Glass. Box of Glass. Box of Glass Trademark TM is exactly what you might think it is. It's a box of glass. Box of Glass. I'm not just the CEO of Box of Glass Trademark TM, Incorporated Trademark TM. I'm also a client. Box of Glass Trademark TM, Incorporated Trademark TM. It's not the responsibility for any injury or death sustained from more creative uses of Box of Glass.
Among the things I had to figure out on my own was the green screen. It wasn't until senior year that I started figuring out how to actually make that thing work. So while we would often film in the green screen room, we wouldn't actually use the green screen, which is weird, but it was normal for us. We did use the green screen for the weekly morning announcements, which we did in senior year. I spearheaded one of the 5 studio groups that did the morning announcements every Friday. So we did like 5 of them, 4 or 5. I did... We did 5, but I edited 4 of them. Well, I mostly edited 4 of them. I co-edited 4 of them. I did the majority of the editing for 4 of them. That's the most accurate, yeah. Because we were in high school and we didn't really care, we downloaded a lot of copyrighted music and background effects and other stuff to use in the videos. Now, concurrently with my time in MVCTC, I participated in the annual musicals produced by Bethel High School, which I went to before I left.
This is footage of Mamma Mia.
My acting career peaked in 11th grade when I starred as Shrek, the titular character from Shrek, the musical.
I improvised these dance moves, and you can very clearly tell.
I will always be a better director than I am an actor.
17-year-old me did write a script for this video, or for the voiceover, rather. Well, for the video and the footage and the voiceover. I'm about to hit the wall, watch, ow. And, but I will not be reading that script. It's for the best. Any second now, it's going to cut some footage of me improvising lines, improvising dialogue.
Everybody loves parfaits.
I don't love parfaits.
Okay, fine.
Ooh, it smells like smoke.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fire alarm has gone off. Please exit the...
They all blamed me for the fire alarm because I said Macbeth.
My final project for senior year was a 10-minute short film called Quantex. It had a pretty complex plot involving Swiss banks and Stephen Hawking, but the script was pretty witty, if I do say so myself. From the very beginning, I knew I wanted my friend Maxton Bain Colby to play the main antagonist, Mario Renfield Caesar, who was a vampire who collaborated with Jim Jones. But because of Max's strict actor availability, I only ended up with 2 hours to film the entire thing. So, that was fun. I suppose I must have a knack for extraordinary feats. Did I mention I skipped a grade? The opening scene of the film features the villainous vampire Mario Renfield Caesar on the phone with his enigmatic accomplice, El Duende. I voiced El Duende in a Mexican accent, which, in hindsight, was probably a bit cringe. This voiceover was recorded months in advance, around the time that I wrote the script. Now, the cuts in this scene are pretty abrupt. I hope you can forgive that. I will say that the little text at the bottom left corner, that was done frame by frame, by hand. I did it all myself. It's like a son to me. Please enjoy Quantex.
Talk to me, El Duende.
Hey, Mario, my boy. How good it is to hear your voice after all these years.
Where's my money, Duende?
I've been taking good care of it. The investments in big tech multiplied it exponentially. No need to thank me, of course. That 2% cut was thanks enough.
Is it in the bank, like we planned?
Yes, sir. I imagine you're sick of warm climates after 45 years here in Mexico. The cold Alps of Switzerland should be quite refreshing.
Yes, I imagine they will be. Well, I guess I'd better get going. I am eternally in your debt, El Duende.
Hey, man. Don't be a stranger.
Alas, we did not end up watching our final projects in class like the teacher promised us. The protagonists of Quantex were played by my friends from the Bethel theater community. The script originally called for 3, but I ended up with 4. I defy you to guess who was the spare.
F said Caesar was hiding here. I wonder if this might have any significance to him.
What does the context have to do with anything? Couldn't we have just,
Come on, Ernesto, what do you think this is? A movie? I think the most logical solution is for us to split up. I'm gonna go this way. Alright. Keep your wits about you. He could be anywhere.
So, Ernesto gets turned into a vampire by Caesar, but my actors skipped the page in the script where he gets explained to be a vampire, so it made no sense at all.
There you two are. Where have you been? My arms. They can't go on any longer. The context is too heavy.
Hark! Caesar Ernesto!
Sorry I'm late. Is everything alright?
I beseech you, please deliver me from this burden.
Here.
As of recording, the full version of Quantex is available on my YouTube channel for your entertainment. It is very funny, and I highly recommend it if you want to laugh.
No, wait!
Game over.
It's far from being over, Renfield. Yeah!
It's not over yet, Mario. You know what I'm gonna do with all that money I withdrew? I'm gonna expand the tobacco industry and deplete the ozone layer. I'm gonna give everyone cancer, and then I'm gonna drink their blood. Because I love that sweet, sweet taste of carcinoma.
Won't that just give you cancer? Yeah, isn't that how you got busted at Jonestown?
God, confound that dastardly Jim Jones. He betrayed me. He knew I'd get poisoned. The human race must be purged, starting with you. Ernesto!
Ernesto then turns the Quantex onto Caesar, compressing his entire timeline in on itself, rendering it as though he had never existed at all.
It's a good thing shrinking Caesar's history reversed my vampirism.
Well, now what?
I've ordered us to ship the Quantex directly to his location. There's just one thing that doesn't make any sense. There's no way Caesar didn't know about the changes to the Swiss banking system unless he was deliberately kept in the dark. Someone else must be managing his finances during his exile.
Well, if he was stupid enough to drink poisoned blood, then he was probably stupid enough to believe a decades-old wives' tale.
Poignant. Very poignant.
Someday in the near future, I would like to make a full breakdown video for Quantex. These last few shots got corrupted and lost their audio, which means they notably lost the incredible line, "I guess Stephen Hawking really did die for nothing," which is still a banger. I really wish that got to be included in the final cut, but alas, my phone was at 7% battery and we only had 2 hours to shoot the whole thing.
Yeah, high school was fun and all, but I really felt like I found my people at OU, you know? I certainly hope I've convinced you that I'm at least somewhat worthy of attending the School of Film. Please accept me? Be sure to like and subscribe for more content from Bronson Mansfield. That was awful. That was fucking terrible. I'm gonna get fucking shot.